Hi everyone, how are you? Shall we make a recipe today? But hey, shall we agree? You will write down this recipe in your notebook and use it for any type of cake. It can be a birthday party cake, a quinceañera, wedding, children's party, whatever you want. This white Belgian cream that I'm going to show you is a neutral base, okay? So you can flavor it with whatever you want, and I'll give you the tip on how to flavor it. You can work with it here after it's ready, after it's nice and neat, and I'll show you the correct consistency. You can make jams of the color in the flavor you want. Strawberry jam, passion fruit jam, red fruit jam, and then you can, after it's ready, you can flavor this filling, including with nuts, cashews, whatever you want. You can even use it for cakes, right, with fondant icing. It serves as a filling because it doesn't risk souring. Of course, it can't stay out of the fridge for too long, right? Everything has an expiration date, but learn it here, you'll like it. And I'll give you lots of tips. Shall we first note down the ingredients, then I'll give you the rest of the tips? So let's go. I have here 2 boxes of condensed milk. Each box has 395 grams. I need 2. 200 grams of cream, of heavy cream, or 1 box as well. Cornstarch, folks, look, 60 grams here, okay? 60 grams of cornstarch, which you can substitute with wheat flour, but I'll give you the tip later. Pure white chocolate, okay? This has to be pure, really delicious. And I've chopped it up, look, finely chopped to add directly to the cream. There are 200 grams of white chocolate. And milk, 350 ml of milk. If you want to freeze this filling, many people ask me about freezing. You can't use cornstarch. Use wheat flour instead. Just replace 60 grams of cornstarch with 60 grams of wheat flour. And the tip is to always dissolve either the cornstarch or the wheat flour in the condensed milk, as I'm going to do here now, because it dissolves much better. I always use a thick pan to avoid burning the bottom, okay, folks? So first the condensed milk. And then, if you're going to use wheat flour, remember that you need to sift it so it goes in very fine. Okay, everyone? To prevent it from clumping. And now, cornstarch, because in my case, I'm going to add it and mix. In this step of the process, I will ensure that the substance is thoroughly dissolved. This is a crucial part of the procedure, as it is important for the mixture to be completely integrated before moving on to the next phase. I will take my time to stir and mix until I am confident that there are no remaining particles or undissolved portions. Only when I am absolutely certain that the dissolution is complete will I proceed to incorporate the additional ingredients. This careful approach ensures that the final product will have the desired consistency and quality, as each component must be perfectly blended to achieve the best result. And look, there are no lumps. And now I add the cream, the milk, and the chopped pure white chocolate. You can add it here, because as it heats up on the stove, it will melt, okay, folks? Mix well before putting it on the stove. And now, I'm taking it here. I'll give you more tips to make this cream perfect. And I've already mentioned to make it perfect. What's the secret, folks? Medium-low heat. You should never cook this type of cream on high heat, because since it contains cornstarch, it will clump. And once it clumps, there's no way to fix it, trying to correct something that went wrong. So let's nip the problem in the bud and start here on medium-low heat. I will set it to low heat and keep stirring constantly. Another tip I will give you is to use these types of flat silicone spatulas. See, they completely clean the bottom of your pan and won't let any crust form at the bottom, okay? Now here's the thing. I'll keep stirring until it starts to boil. Once it starts boiling, you can count an additional 15 minutes on very low heat. The secret to this filling is this, folks. It's to stir constantly. And look, when it starts to boil, it's already reaching. Look, what a beautiful consistency, right? It starts to fall in blocks, right? When it reaches this point, I've already been stirring it here for about 10 minutes or more. Keep stirring for another 5 minutes. So let me just show you how it is again. Look, it's already falling in blocks, right? Once more, look. It doesn't need to show the bottom of the pan coming off, nothing like that. If you scrape like this, you can even see the bottom. But folks, I'll just hold it for another 5 minutes, up on very low heat, and then I'll take it off. Here it's already done. I'm going to give you a little trick for your filling to be very smooth in addition to being on low heat. Always stir like this, look very quickly. And if there are any lumps, it will, smooth them out, okay? So stir well. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to turn it off now. And look at the texture of this cream, guys. Look at this. It's perfect. No lumps, it's perfect. Look at this beautiful cream. And it stops like this giant drop. It's ready. I'm going to put it here in my bowl, and you'll see the texture better. Look at this cream, guys. Just look. How beautiful. No lumps, it's perfect. It's even shiny. Look at this. Once it's ready, while it's still hot, I'm going to place plastic wrap directly in contact with the dessert. You can't put it on top, otherwise it will form a skin, okay? So make sure it touches well while it's still very warm. And now, yes, it needs to chill, guys, for 12 hours, okay? So always prepare your filling a day in advance. And now I'm going to show you how, right after it's rested, I'll show you the texture. This type of Belgian cream, as I told you, you can make with other flavors. It's a base cream. So now either make a jam or add dried fruits after it's ready. Do not add the flavor while it's hot, okay? And another secret of it, you will let it cool from one day to the next. I leave it for 12 hours, okay? If I'm going to make cakes tomorrow, I make all my fillings today and let them cool. But now, after 12 hours cold, always take a look at this texture. See how it's no super firm, right? It won't fall apart in your cake, you can rest assured. It has a perfect shine. Just take a look at these movements I'm going to make with this wonderful cream. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Write it down in your notebook, start making it, and it will be a hit. And I'll bring a cake soon, right after. I'm going to make a beautiful cake with this delicious filling, okay? Until the next lesson. Bye-bye.